Welcome to Perception of Now. We're just going to get right into this and see what happens. These are timeless readings. When it comes to you is when you're supposed to see it. You know how this works. This is fifth dimensional technology. It's how it works. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay. I mean, that looks good. That ain't bad. That's all right. Okay, that's interesting. There's that one. And then this one. And then, oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Rods. I got the Five of Rods. The Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. So, let's see, we'll put these here. I'll put this one there. So, it looks like, oh, here, let's do this. So, whoever's seeing this, it looks like you have a decision that you're making. You got into a good space. So this is where you are now. This is where you were. This is where you're going, more or less. It's also kind of where you are, but leaning toward. And this is kind of an overall, but also kind of where you're going also. You know, it all fits together either way. The energy's all there, one way or the other. So you had some altercation happen, or I'm getting this as not really a fight with someone, but I think you had you had like a conundrum with your self, with your life, and you probably weren't happy where you are. Or if you were, there was a altercation with one or more people. Could be family, could be friends, relationship. But this was a necessary step. So this brought you to a realization, this struggle. It wasn't like a struggle, but it was something uncomfortable. Maybe not uncomfortable, but just there's a certain level of strife and a certain level of struggle with one or more people. But it could have also been with yourself. But I feel like this was necessary. This helped build a foundation for you. I think you might have been a little naive before this with the direction you wanted to go. And this was actually good for you. This kind of built character, as they say. Kind of built some character, built a little experience. This was a good experience for you. It might have been uncomfortable. It might have been a pain to deal with. And you know what this was. Whoever's watching this is for, you know what this was. But it actually was good for you in the long run because it led you to this, the Ten of Pentacles, which is spectacular. So this is like solid abundance, home life, generational wealth, just really good space. I mean, that's generational wealth is like the technical thing here. It doesn't necessarily mean you actually have generational wealth or that's coming to you, but it means the energetic, it's an anthropomorphic energetic representation of where you're at the moment, which is you're in a pretty good space. It's a good abundant space, and it looks like it's going to continue for a little while. So this is excellent. I mean, this is a great card. It's like really great. Good family life, good money life, good home life. Like it's great. So this was necessary to get to this. But this Two of Swords here is showing me you are at a kind of at a crossroads where you have a decision to make. And I think it's, to a certain extent, you might be worried that if you if you make the wrong choice, you're going to lose at least some of this Ten of Pentacles space that you're in. So this is probably worrying you. Like the fact this is even coming up here is, it's probably on your mind and worrying you about this decision to make. This could be a stock trade that you want to do. For some reason, that's the first thing that came to me. So someone watching this is probably, maybe you're doing day trading, maybe you're doing like, high level stock trading. So it could be a big decision that where your life and money is on the line for something, and you want to make sure it's the good decision. But I feel like, see, as she's blindfolded here, I feel in this instance, this is a bit of a rush of a decision that you're making, or you feel like you have to rush to make this decision. You're not like seeing all angles of it per se. And you're kind of procrastinating on this. I feel like this is a procrastinating decision. Most likely because you're worried that it's going to affect your Ten of Pentacles stance where you are now. But now you have the bottom of the deck, which is the Seven of Rods. So this is like standing your ground. Kind of similar to the Five of Rods here. Not, 100%, but there's parallels here. There's like a little bit of strife. There's you're standing your ground. You're fighting off these other guys here. It's conviction. It's you're in conviction. I mean, it's different. This was a different scenario, but still, it's interesting that there's kind of parallels here. But this to me tells me this decision you want to make, you're going to stand by it. And you're going to stand your ground. So I think what we're looking at, this is a big decision you have to make where the Ten of Pentacles space that you're in now might be on the line, or at least a certain percentage of it is. Or it's perceived to be that way by these people here. And you're here like fighting them off like, no, this is my decision and I'm going to stand by this decision and make it. So I think you are about to make this decision. The blindfold's going to come off. You're going to stand up and point that sword to the direction you want to go. You're really close to that, and you're going to stand by it. You're standing by it, and you're going to fight off the people that, not, fight off, but you know what I'm saying. You're going to say, hey, look, I'm doing this, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm in good hands, and I'm going to make sure this works properly. I've made the proper research. I've thought about this properly. I'm going to make this decision. I don't care that it's not popular. It's not what these other people want. This is my life, and I'm making this happen. And whatever that means to you is, you just have to fit in. Everyone's going to have a different thing, but this is the general energy that's coming through with this. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting, but it looks like you're in a good space here. So I think even if the decision didn't turn out to be the right one per se, you're still going to hold your ground and you're still fine. Like you understand that it's in your hands, and the when you make the decision you make, it's in your hands, and you're going to be fine. Mostly because you're in this good Ten of Pentacles space. So you have kind of wiggle room to make big decisions like that. Because you worked for it. You went through this to get to that point. You're not here anymore. You don't see, look at the difference here. You're in the fray here, but here you're on top, standing your ground. See, this was before you were kind of lost in the fray of the struggle, and now you're fully on top, knowing and standing your ground with full knowledge of the decision you're making. So I think this is going to be good. I think you're fine. You're protected. You're seated in a really good position to make a decision like this. So I think you're okay. I think this is going to be just fine. I wouldn't worry about making the wrong decision. I think you have enough information. You have enough. Don't worry. Okay, I'm getting like these people that are going to be upset for whatever reason. They might be making you reconsider, and you're kind of worried a little bit about making the decision because of this. Don't worry about it. You know what you're doing. You're standing your ground. You know you're fine, and you're in the Ten of Pentacles. It's fine. You just make the decision you need to make and do what you got to do, and then you'll be able to move on and feel much better. And don't worry about these other people. Make your decision. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, please leave a like. Please subscribe if you want to get some more info. There's going to be more readings coming. More things are going to happen. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, there's a link below. You can buy me a coffee. And I hope you have a beautiful day and that you align yourself with a beautiful day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.